Welcome to Evilive, the live media commentary show that answers the question, what's between the devil and the deep blue sea? Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because today we're reviewing The Rings of Power Season 1, Episode 5, Partings. Not partyings. Yep. Not parts. Partings. Was there actually any actual partings? Like, it just set up parting, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, we're gonna go eventually. All right. Anyway.
I mean, unless you consider the Harfoot pilgrimage parting,
right?
Because they're still walking around. So
True. They got really short legs, though. So
there's that. Yeah.
It just takes them a minute. They'll get there eventually. They're adorable. All right, so this was directed by Wayne Che Yip, written by Justin Doble, and it premiered September 23rd, this past Friday. And there was... we got a little more Harfoots in this episode, but the story didn't really progress. And certainly not as much as I thought it would have in this episode. And that's the only thing that sort of colored me a little bit off about the episode. Other than that, I really enjoyed the whole thing, but I just want to see some sort of movement. And what I'm really worried about is that they're trying to fill in this huge gap, and maybe they're just going to make filler episodes because they don't, they're not really sure where the season should end or where the next one should pick up, or I'm just a little worried that we're going to get too much filler.
I would shut down if that happens. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, we know we've got at least 3 seasons of this. I think that's what they set up.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, I worry that would happen, especially because the Harfoots, it's just, as you said, it's filler. This one was at least cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed seeing their shit, with the stranger throwing around those goofy ass fucking wolves. Still can't stomach them. Usually I'm not a fan of animal violence, but that was okay because those look terrible. And then just seeing him freeze the water and shit, that was pretty cool. But it's one of those things where it's I feel like with some of this shit, they're just trying to be oh, look how pretty we can make things.
Yeah.
And it's that's awesome. Can you give me some story?
Yeah. It is pretty, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what is going to make me angry about this series is if the entire Harfoot storyline turns into the Hobbits. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him settling in fucking Hobbiton or anything like that.
Well, this is the wrong fucking era for that anyways.
Good. I just have zero interest in any of that shit. The sole purpose of the Harfoots, it seems, is to herald the income of whomever the stranger is. And that's it. And if that's the only time we use them, then I'm good with that. Because
agreed.
I just don't give a fuck about them at all. I'm not invested. But anyway,
because it's not like we have them in the the upcoming battle, the battle with Sauron shit. So it's what other purpose would they have?
Yeah, so I like seeing the wolf attack as well. These wolves don't offend me as much as the warg did, but they still look weird. Why don't you just go with regular wolves?
Right? Just make them a little bit bigger. That's fine.
Wolves are scary as shit.
Yeah.
You don't need to make them weird fucking, I don't know, like a beak nose mouth thing. It's so fucking weird. Everything's got to be so crazy in fantasy.
It's like they asked a kid to draw a picture of what a wolf is, but they've never seen a wolf. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
It's just our Shih Tzu, right? All right, here we go. No, man, give it a beak. Give it a beak mouth.
Yeah, shave its face, and then that's right. That seems right.
So weird. The whole arm thing, I don't know. It's ultimately going to make sense of who the stranger is, why he's able to do what he does, and why he's doing what he does, or trying to figure stuff out or whatever. But at first I was 100% this is Gandalf, or the character who will end up being Gandalf. I'm not so sure anymore. I, in fact, don't have a fucking clue at this point who it is.
Same. I was thinking Radagast for a minute there, but now it's I don't know.
I love Radagast.
Yeah, that's ultimate goal in life. I want to become Radagast.
I love his little home. So cool. Those cute little fucking hedgehogs he was taking care of.
Fucks me up every time, man.
So cool.
Yeah.
And he's a huge weed smoker too, which is kind of funny.
Mhm. Well, I
He's a
mean, to be
naturalist.
fair, all of them except for Saruman is, and that's why he's such an asshole, because he doesn't get
There
high.
it is. That's it. We figured it out.
Yep.
So yeah, the whole healing scene and like the whole mystery of what he can do and how it affects him and the Harfoots. I just don't care. Like, just keep
Mhm.
going. Just push through the story. Or
Right.
make us care. Like, that's what you should be doing as in the
Yeah,
narrative.
that's the thing I don't get is why don't we get a one-off episode of just them? Because the thing is, like, with the last episode, we got something completely without them, and it was great. Like, we have 3 seasons to explore this shit that nobody else has read. Like, let's explore it.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing that I really like that Game of Thrones has always done is sort of jump to different locations in the world and explore the complex situations there. It's like they're trying to do that here, but they're not really delving into enough. Like Númenor, we're getting a lot of really great stories. The elves and the dwarves, we're getting a lot of great stuff. The Harfoots were just like, fuck off. Move along. Like, this is weird and I'm sure it'll be great later on. I don't know. Right now, I'm just not caring. But then we go to Númenor, and Galadriel is doing her best to convince Halbrand to join her, and he's just like, bitch, back off. I don't care. I want nothing to do with you. What? I'm making badass swords here. Like, fuck off with your bad self.
He got what he wanted. He's got his new start, and he's a part of the guild. Like, that's fucking cool as shit.
That was a dope sword he made, too.
It really was.
God, this guy. Do you think he's going to be just who he's, like, suggested it being, like the king of the Southland or whatever? Or do you think that he's going to be someone else?
Oh, man, I'm really on the fence of that. I don't know. It's like one episode I'm thinking, yeah, no, that's just who he is. Then it's like, yeah, there's a little bit nefarious shit behind him. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. This is the other example of how you make people care, because I think they did a really good job with really delving into Galadriel as a character. We got enough of Halbrand to really care about him. Well, at least care about him in the surface level as a character. They just never really successfully did that with any of the Harfoot characters. But then we also get like the Queen Regent in Númenor. We get like this political infighting between the different groups of Númenor, all the different guilds and the machinations between characters within the guilds who may not want to be a part of it, and then trying to sign up for the war to go forward. And they're like, we already got enough people, so we don't really need everyone. And it's just, the complexity is crazy. I do love when I'm trying to look at the names because again I haven't watched this since Friday. But what's his name? Does the stowaway?
Kemen.
Well, not.
Oh wait, no.
Kemen goes to
wasn't
blow it
there.
up.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Isildur.
Yeah, shit, I don't remember his.
It's Isildur.
Oh yeah, it was Isildur. Yeah.
So he stows away trying to get in because he was rejected because he was thrown off being a shipmate in the first place. And I guess he's just selfish. He doesn't want to be a part of the Númenorian system, or a cog in the machine of the Númenorian system, which you should like respect. I don't understand like the celebration of being just a worker bee in this collective of the Númenorians. Like, coming into the show, I wanted to really, really love the Númenorians, and I do really kind of dig them. But their whole thing is to be a part of the society, and if you don't fit in with everyone else, then you don't deserve to be a part of the society. Whatever happened to celebrating individuality and the crafts that can come from that, and the expressions that can come from that? Like, that seems to, is that just a Western ideal that no one else likes? I don't get it.
I guess. And that's why they fell.
That's why they all drown, bitches. Yeah. I did love how, it's right there in my notes, Isildur. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, yep, right there.
I love how it blows up anyway. Like,
Right.
Like, he wasn't trying to stop the guy. He was just like, what are you doing? No, don't do this. And then all of a sudden, kablam. Like, it just goes up. But then he saves his life. And so he's kind of owed, like, he covers for him, basically. Which, I don't know, is that like political maneuvering on his part, or is he just being a good human? Like, what do you think the point of that was?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not outing him.
I fucking would have. I mean,
would
I know
too.
with the last episode we were recording, snitches get stitches, but fuck that kid. I'll snitch on his ass. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's kind of a punk ass. I just don't like again, we're supposed to not like him, and so it's successful that the way they frame it. And there's a point where I didn't really like Halbrand very much, but I've turned the corner on him as a character right now. So I like how they're everyone was 100% ready to go. We are all going as a nation to support Middle Earth. Then the explosion, then suddenly like, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe we should wait a week or 2 or 12 or 3 years.
Let's reconvene. And we're just like, but we were just there.
It's like everybody's dick is hard and in their hand. Let's just fucking beat it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so then we cut over to Lindon. I don't know where to go for that. Just like, all right.
Yeah.
Númenorans are all beating their dicks. So Lindon, Gil-galad, is like the creepiest fucking creep ever. He's just like eavesdropping on people's conversations. So weird. I didn't like that at all. It's just like, first of all, I didn't like him when he like sent Galadriel away to just get the fuck out of his hair, and then putting his head in the sand like an ostrich, like, oh, there is no Sauron. And now he's like straight up just eavesdropping on people. But Elrond gets fucked over by the goddamn king and Celebrimbor. Like they just set him up. How did you feel about that?
Dude, that guy is an asshole, man. You and your fucking childish oaths. This is good of your people, because if you don't do this, we all die somehow. I'm like, what the fuck, man? He just got back from hanging out with his boys. Like, just shut the fuck up and let him have his secrets.
Was that mithril tale in Silmarillion?
I don't honestly remember.
I've never heard of that before, and I thought it was a little bit weird that you could have like one elvish warrior facing off against like a fallen angel Balrog. I was just like, what? Is that like a normal thing? Like, can they do that? I don't know.
Well, elves then were different. It was, because I mean that's like the first people.
They still have their foreskin.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that's gonna protect the fuck out of you. Yeah, I don't fucking remember, but no, the whole mithril thing. Yeah, I don't remember that ever being brought up, so that was kind of news to me.
Do you think that the story about the mithril being a secret to maintaining elven lives spans is real? Because we already know Gil-galad lied about the reason to go get the mithril, but now that he knows that the mithril's there, he's like, no, we have to do it because we're all going to fade away and die without it. It just sounds so desperate.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's from a certain point of view.
Oh, really?
Just like, no, your dad died in the Clone Wars.
Right.
Like, it's...
I definitely didn't chop him up, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
It was not. It was Darth Vader.
But yeah, it's like, I could see from his perspective that being the case, because I'm sure he has to understand like the power of the mithril, so...
Did it have that power though? I thought it was just like really, it made like magical armor and rings and stuff. I didn't know that it was like,
that's fucking powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, how does that translate to extending life?
I mean, when somebody can't stab you to death because of your armor,
the literal interpretation, yes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly.
Is that it?
That would be my bet.
Okay. Yeah, because the way it was framed, I interpreted it as like it was this weird essence thing. Like they just have to be around it to protect their essence so they can along it, not that it would protect them from battle or something. Because the king doesn't want to go to war.
Any sense. Yeah.
Weird. Just fucking elves, man.
Yeah.
This made me not like the elves, like straight up. Like first you fuck off with Galadriel and I get angry, and now Elrond too. Like,
well, especially Elrond, man. He's cool. Like I'm even starting to warm up to this actor.
Me too. Yeah, 100%. The only thing that I'm really 100% bought into is the relationship between Durin and fucking Elrond.
Yeah, no, give me that fucking series. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I would watch just a buddy adventure of those two.
Yes. I so want to see a buddy cop, man. A 70s styled fucking buddy cop film. They're like jumping on like old fucking 70s cars. Yeah, I just want to see it. damn it.
Fuck yeah, that'd be great.
Dukes of Hazzard with fucking Durin and fucking Elrond. Yeah, but what did you think about how Durin took the news? Because he seemed pretty cool with it.
Mm. I mean, I'm sure he had to understand that was going to happen, like people knowing about shit.
Yeah. But I guess my interpretation is he's working with his father because they don't trust the elves for coming there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
They end up being confirmed that is in fact the reason they came there, to take their stuff that the king doesn't even want to delve out anymore anyway. And his son really wants to delve it out for the betterment of his people. And now as soon as Elrond comes over, he's like, hey, I'm going to die without this. I need it. It's the best suppository you're ever going to get. And he's like, okay. Like, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just going to spurn your own people because of a friend who just gave you a line that sounds like total bullshit.
Right.
I don't buy it.
I still, the one thing, did we already, yeah, I think we skipped it, but where Durin got the table. That shit was so fucking
that
funny.
was great.
And then
fucking with him.
And then the scene afterwards. That's not true, is it at all? No, I just wanted it back. It's like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that's how you pull your dick out and slap it on the table.
Yeah.
Like, that was great.
Just having it be like, we make tombs and stuff out of it. And like,
yeah.
So
like,
amazing.
This is what we build monuments to our fallen heroes, blah, blah, blah.
And he just liked it. He was just like, I want to bring this home.
Yeah, I just, the wife wanted a new table. I liked it. Whatever. Let's get your homies to carry it home.
I really like Durin, man. He's just too cool for school, man. He's the best.
Definitely.
All right, so I guess, we're going to be moving forward with Elrond overseeing the mining with Durin. Like, because now Durin has to explain to his father, Durin Sr., I don't know, the king, hey, we need to do this for the elves. And he's going to be like, fuck the elves. What?
Right.
Like, I'm not friends with them. You are. Why do I need to help them? And I'm trying to get you to stop doing it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you think?
Well, this is where I wonder if we're going to get elves actually going in to help with the mining.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I haven't seen the next episode.
I just can never imagine an elf.
Yeah, I just wonder if that would end up being it because, I mean, fuck, how the hell else are you going to talk somebody into helping out your people if you don't have your people to help out their people?
And what does that mean for the forge that's being built too? Like the lie of why they went to, connect with the dwarves in the first place was to build this big ass forge.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to complete the forge, then use the mithril to use in the forge? Like, is it some weird... All right, I got it. I got to find out. I need to know. All right, so then we go back to the Southlands, and we see J.R.R. Dude, this is great. Like, I love the complexity of these people, these Southlands people. Like, half of them are going back to J.R.R. and swearing fealty. And then we have that really weird scene where he's like, Sauron, we followed you back in the day. We'd like to follow you again. And J.R.R. is like, Sauron? I ain't seen. He like grabs the kid. He's like, you need to kill this kid. Like, is he doing that because he called him Sauron, or is he doing that because he's just trying to see how far they'll go?
Oh, that was my guess. The latter.
I felt like he took offense or something.
Well, I think he did take offense to it, but at the same time, like, yeah, you're gonna pledge your service to me. Let's see how serious you are.
Right. Do you think that's Sauron?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah, no, I did initially, and I was pretty ass chapped. It's like, oh, they're gonna make him a little emo boy. This is bullshit. And then realizing that it's not Sauron, it's like, okay, this guy's cool.
Yeah, when it's the blurry focus and they ended the scene with that as he was walking up and they're all chanting J.R.R., I'm like, that's Sauron. They're gonna show us Sauron's face. And the next episode is like, oh, I don't think that's Sauron.
Yeah.
He just looks like he was beat up. That's all. What did you think about Brom? Damn it, what's her name? Bronwyn wanting to, in the end, like, we have to like swear fealty to them. We're gonna get killed if we don't. And Arondir is like, no, please don't do that. Like, we'll stand out. We'll hold out. We can do it. But she was straight up ready to just cut and join the bad guys again. Like, does that Does that ring true to the Southland people? Like, what do you think? It was just desperation or what?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like everything you know and grew up with is gone. Everybody that you've known and potentially loved, gone. Like you're at the fucking end. You can see just the entire valley is nothing but orcs coming to just take your shit down. And they're at the mouth of like a shrine of Sauron, for fuck's sake. Like I can understand being desperate and being like, oh, it's either die or fucking, pledge loyalty to these guys. So I'm gonna choose life.
Why don't they run? Like leave?
Where would they run though? Because the problem is
the west.
They don't know. Yeah, but they don't know how far the underground shit for the orcs goes.
Right.
And I mean, presumably they'll be able to find them wherever. So I can understand it.
Yeah, I feel like I would probably take the migration approach, or at least try to work it out mentally how it would work. Because if you moved all through the night and then you slept during the day, you're relatively safe during the day because of the sun and stuff. But you just got to keep moving at night when they're moving toward you. Like, but to face off against that horde, no way, I would not. You're just gonna die. And then what's the fucking point of that? That sucks.
Yeah.
I choose life every time. Weird. All right. Well, what else with this do we have to talk about? That was kind of it. Like we jumped through
that was pretty much it. Yeah, just ends with the impending battle of the orcs taking the castle.
Is that? Do you think they're just going to swarm over that watchtower?
Oh God, I hope so. I really just want to see them just like World War Z this shit.
What if that kid uses that sword that they're all looking for and ends up whipping everyone's ass with it? He becomes
great.
Sauron personified or something. Do you have any speculation about why Sauron wants that sword? Why they're looking for it?
Nah, really, just other than the fact that it's magical. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I want to know. My speculation is, it's part of this magical set. This is stupid, but this is where I'm going with it. He has his armor. He just needs his sword to be 100% powerful or something. And that's why he's looking for it. I can't imagine why. It's not like it's an intelligent sword. Maybe it is, because it did seem to communicate to the orcs, its proximity once he activated it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a weird blood lightsaber or something.
That'd be fucking badass.
That'd be dope as a Sith fucking lightsaber. They have to bleed for it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that'd be great.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to cover with this?
No, I think we got it.
Okay, so what was your rating on this thing?
So I'll give it a 4. I think if the Harfoots hadn't been in it, it probably would have been a 5.
Yeah.
But and it's hard too, because I didn't hate the Harfoot experience this time, but it's just so why?
Yeah.
Why do we have this? It's not adding anything really. I mean, sure, we get the weird fucking
we didn't even talk about that.
People. Yeah, I realized that just a second ago. But yeah, you get the weird fucking Eminem looking motherfuckers coming to check out the thing.
This is their moment. They're not going to pass.
Are the Harfoots just there to set up them?
Ugh.
I don't know.
I hope not, because you could have just X'd out all the Harfoots and just had them come to the crater. And, missed the guy. And we would have been the exact same place if that would have happened. It does make me wonder, what the point of them are. Do you think they're a cult of Sauron?
I hope so.
Yeah, it seems like
that'd be pretty dope.
But they're on white.
It's just so fucking what? Maybe they like white more than black.
It's just so hard to clean or keep clean when you're traveling.
Well, and I mean, they would stand in stark contrast to make him look even more menacing. I mean, that's why stormtroopers are in white armor.
I'd never even thought of that.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah. Never crossed my mind at all.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Or
I buy it. Yeah, those cultists look weird. And as soon as I saw him and they're inspecting the spot, I was like, oh shit, that dude's Sauron that they're looking for. And I was like, wait a second. No, I think Sauron's already here. So maybe he's not Sauron, or maybe he fucking is. I don't know. I need to know. I need more.
Yeah.
More answers. Whatever. Anyway, all right. Well, that's all I had. You good?
I'm good.
Oh, we didn't do favorite part. What's your favorite part and least favorite?
Oh.
Let's just walk through it.
Favorite part was the explosion. That was fucking awesome because I'm a sucker for explosions. Yeah, I mean that was really it. Like it was a good episode. I'd say between the explosion and Galadriel kicking everybody's ass, that was pretty funny.
God, that was great. Saying if you can cut me, you can be an officer or something.
Yeah, if you get flesh or something.
Yeah.
And then the very end, she just kind of looks and was like, "Oh, you cut my sleeve. Okay, I guess you're a fucking officer now."
She was so tough, though. I really liked that too.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, that was my favorite too, 100%. I didn't really have a least favorite except for the Harfoots. I just don't care. So.
Yeah, it just naturally assumed that if the Harfoots are there, that's probably the least favorite part of the episode for us.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, remember, evil spelled backwards is live, so get your asses out there and be evil.
Evil.